Hey, what up, bootstrappers? This is Ryan Nickel coming at you. All right, it's another day in the life of a real estate bootstrap investor who just pulls himself up from his bootstraps and makes a lot of cash doing it in the process. All right, let me tell you a little bit about my day. So, I'm on my way going to class. I go to a class. It's a self-defense class. I do Wing Chun. All right, I'll throw it out there. So I've been doing Wing Chun for about almost a year now. Not quite a year. I started in January. So one of the reasons why I started doing Wing Chun was because I felt, what's up, Andrew? That I needed to have some kind of skills. Like, I don't carry a gun. I'm in California. There's no way. I could apply for a concealed weapons permit, but I just don't feel comfortable having my gun registered with the state. I don't want them to know what's up. So anyway, they probably already know anyway. Like, it is what it is. But anyway, so I wanted to get confident with my skill set, with my hands. And so, like I said, I've been doing Wing Chun for about 6 months now. And, we're coming up to October. I took a month off. So 7 months I've been doing it. I feel very confident. Like, I get into a scrap, I can handle myself pretty good. So anyway, I'm on my way to class this morning, and I drive by this house, and there's junk all over the yard. I'm like, dude, that's one of the houses I've been chasing. I've been chasing this house, and there's like trash everywhere. I'm like, crap. All right. So I quickly swing around the block, and I come in with like a couch upside down. There's a bunch of just garbage all over the place, and I'm like, whoa, this is legit. And there's a dude next door, and I'm like, all right, I don't know this guy next door. Like, he's on the side of the house. He's like trimming bushes and whatnot, and I'm like, okay, I don't know if he's like the owner of the house or if he's just some guy next door to the house that's doing some work. He's like he's not a teenager. He's like 18, 19. Anyway, so I got out there, and I'm like, hey man, do you know the lady that lives next door? And he's like, fool, I don't live here, man. I don't live there. I'm like, all right, cool, man. But do you know if she's home? He's like, man, I told you I'm not in that business. And I'm like, all right, bro, it's all good. So I go, but you haven't seen her? He's like, I say go knock on the door if you want to know. And I'm like, is this what I got to look forward to when I get teenagers, dude? So I'm like, all right, cool, man. So, again, we got this ethnicity thing going on here. I'm white. He's clearly not white. I don't know if he's not Mexican. I think he's not black, though. He's probably a mulatto. So anyway, I'm just like, that's cool, man. So I knock on the door, and sure enough, this door has never been open, man. This door is like cobwebs everywhere and stuff like that. So I'm like, maybe I can incentivize this kid with some cash. So I go back, I'm like, hey man, you wouldn't be interested if, like, if I gave you some money or something like that, or like if she comes by, you wouldn't tell me if she came home if I promised to pay you some stuff. He's like, fool, I told you I don't want to talk to you about this house. I'm like, all right, fool, I'll see you later. And he's like, I'm not the fool, you're the fool. And I'm like, I'm walking away at this point. I'm like, oh geez, okay, this is ridiculous. So I'm like across the street, and all of a sudden I hear this like, hey, who you talking to? Hey, I'm talking to you. And I'm walking away, and this dude, I'm like, oh. And like I'm like a little bit pissed because this kid was a punk. And like literally in my mind, I'm like, all right, let's see what this guy got. I probably would have got my ass kicked so bad. But the confidence that I had, because I'm like, I know Wing Chun, man. I've been doing Wing Chun for 7 months. And so I turn around and I go, yeah, what's up? He goes, what you want? I go, and I get over there and I'm like, I'm interested in buying this house. You know who owns it? He goes, oh, this house? I'm like, yeah, this house. He's like, man, they had a yard sale. They left this shit all over the yard, man. I'm pissed off. This is my house too. I'm like, that's what I'm saying. It's bringing like, it just sends the wrong message to the neighborhood. It's telling everyone, hey, this house is available. Come on inside, steal stuff, break stuff. He's like, that's right. I don't want this stuff here. I'm like, that's what I'm trying to say, bro. I'm trying to find out who owns this house. He's like, I got you. I feel you. And like all of a sudden, like we were like buddies. And like, I don't know if it's because I came back aggressive on him. I mean, I wasn't like aggressive. Like, I mean, look at me. Like I'm doing anything. But still, all of a sudden he's like, hey, let me show you the back. And I'm like, okay, two things can happen here. Let me show you the backyard. Okay. I get back there and I get like, my ass handed to me, or it's like legit. He like wants to show me the house. And so we get back there. He's like, yeah, dude, this backyard is like, this door right here is busted, dude. It's like, it's open. And so we actually go inside the house and looking around. I mean, it's just, they've left everything. It's kind of sad that the condition. I mean, they left, like, they had kids and they just like up and left. I mean, there's food in the cupboards even. So, but anyway, it was crazy. So, after a while, he's like, hey man, I'm on parole. I got out, I thought like, he's like, I didn't know what to think. Obviously I'm not parole, but so anyway, he's just like, give me your card. Here's my cell phone. If they come back and have another garage sale this weekend, I'll let you know so you can come over here and like talk to them immediately. I'm like, shoot, I'll shoot you down some cash, man. I'll give you some cash, if you help me, track this lady down. He's like, yeah, for sure. All of a sudden we're friends now. But anyways, like, it's crazy. It's like, what if I would have like, been scared and like ran away? And then been like, oh dude, oh my gosh, this guy's aggressive. He's a threat. Oh, it's stupid stuff. But so I never backed down. And, anyway, inside the house, I found out who this lady's husband was. I didn't know who her husband was, and they had some paperwork that's just like it's right there in eyesight. I'm like, oh, that's her husband. So now I have another person to go after. And this whole never backing down, it doesn't necessarily have to be never back down from a fight, never back down from a challenge. So on that same token, so I'm driving now, I'm going to Wing Chun, and I'm driving, and I get a phone call, and this guy goes, hey, how did you get my information? I'm like, who is this? He's like, he tells me his name. He's like, I have the house over on the street. I'm like, oh, okay. I was like, honestly, I went and knocked on the church. His house he lives across the street from a church. I'm like, honestly, I went and knocked across the street on the doors of the church, and the lady that owns the church said, that she hadn't seen you in a while, but there was a gal that had been coming and going, and she thinks she knew her name, kind of thing. And so I looked her up on Facebook, and that's how I found you. He's like, yeah, that's about right, because that's who told me that you were looking for me. And I looked out on Facebook, but I had like chased this dude down I went camping with the Boy Scouts back in back in August. So it was last month I went camping with the Boy Scouts. Because I remember, I was dropping off one of the boys at one of his houses, and I came down the street and I saw this house, and I'm like, oh, look at this. And so I've been chasing, so it's been about a month, that I've been, on Facebook messaging this person. So anyway, he finally reached out to me. He's like, yeah, dude, this house needs a lot of work. We started talking. He's like, I'm ready just to walk away from it. It's not on the market. I just need to get out from underneath it. I'm like, there we go. Never back down. Never back down from a challenge. Never back down from a fight. And when I say that, loosely, I don't say that I'm not going to, advocate you go out there and like start, picking fights with people, because I think that's counterintuitive, and that's counterproductive of what we're trying to do. But at the same time, like that guy, like, I didn't back down from the challenge of him, like, calling me out. Obviously, he just wants to know what's up in his neighborhood and just wanted to, flex a little bit and see what I had. And so with that, get out there and just don't be afraid of people. Don't be afraid to get out there and talk to people. And don't be afraid to just, look at what opportunities are there. There's a lot of fear. I mean, I got fear, dude. Like, but at the same time, today was just one of those days where I said, nah, let's see what we got. And it ended up turning out to be a very profitable venture on both regards, because I didn't back down from the challenge of finding the guy on Facebook, and it wasn't even him. I found like some person who knew him. Like I went on Facebook, like you can see like friends of friends. I'm like, I typed in his name, and I'm like, oh, she knows this guy. All right, and he had like very few friends. He's like real reclusive. But anyway, I digress. Get out there, make something happen. Don't be afraid. Face your challenges. As soon as you face your challenges, doors open up, opportunities present themselves, and you're able to make some money in this business. Because you're just one deal away. I mean, honestly, you're just one deal away from changing your entire financial future. Get out there, make something happen. I'm Ryan Nickel. Talk to you later.